Kia ora whānau, and welcome to another episode of Get a Job and Get Healthy with Costas Enterprises. I am your host, Costas, Alex Costas, as always. And today's episode is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to basically review some of the products that I myself have received that are my own design across the three print-on-demand sites that I use. So from each particular print-on-demand, I garnered various products, and so I'm just going to sort of explain what I think the quality is, and also give you a bit of an update of where things are in regards to that. Now, all of my designs that I'm reviewing are actually all on my Redbubble, and I do use Redbubble a lot more. The link is in the description, as well as if you have any questions yourself, you can contact me at doncostas@gmail.com. That's DON for Nike, COSTAS at gmail.com. And you can also go to my website, which is costasenterprises.business.blog, if you do want to contact me. I'm not going to link all the products and what it is that and each particular one from each particular place, as I no longer actually go through Teespring very much and Threadless very much at all. That's why I've loaded them all onto Redbubble. So the reason why I'm doing this is I have just ordered and received my first t-shirt from Redbubble. My previous t-shirts that I've got were from Threadless and Teespring. I've also got masks before and cups. I'm currently waiting on a sticker and a magnet, as well as another t-shirt as well. So I've sort of made a conscious decision that I'm going to start replacing some of my older t-shirts that I have worn to death with some of my own t-shirts, just so that I can be like, I made that, and a little bit of self-promotion when I'm out walking around in Wellington, and just generally feeling proud about what it is that I've created. Some of the designs are very cutesy and stuff, but it's nice that I actually have them as well. So yeah, this Redbubble came pretty quickly. Out of all of the times that I've ordered something, this came very quick, like within about a week of ordering it. Now, I'm assuming that is because it was created in Australia, and I do live in New Zealand. We're very close, so I assume that's why this particular t-shirt came about a week and a half after I actually ordered it. To this date, I'm still waiting on a sticker, and that sticker has not yet arrived. But what I did find quite lovely was in the actual Redbubble packaging, which they do have their own packaging as well, they included a Redbubble sticker as well. So I could already see the quality of the sticker, which made me think, good things about the sticker that I'm going to get myself. So in regards to the design that I got printed on the Redbubble t-shirt, I've got the Breakfast Club and a whole lot of images of my kawaii breakfast cereal and milk and toast and eggs and apple and orange. Basically, it's a play on, of course, the Breakfast Club movie, the 1980s classic movie. So yeah, that was quite a good. Now the t-shirt itself is just a classic fit t-shirt. The print, I'm going to admit, looks okay. I'm a little bit worried to put it in the dryer. It does say don't put it in the dryer. It does say hand dry only. And you can see that because of the way that it's been printed, like the designs themselves are quite thick. But in this, you can see that the print has come on. It's come on okay. It hasn't scratched off, given I've only worn it once. But it has been washed and hand dried, and it hasn't shrunk. It looks quite good, actually. The material of the t-shirt is actually really, really good, like really fine. wears quite well. It's a size XL, which, if you follow my health stuff, I have actually lost about 4 kgs already from the plant-based stuff. So it's really, really quite cool. And I feel quite good about that. But yeah, it's just the simple Breakfast Club design on a black background, because for me personally, for that design, I feel like that's the best way that this would look. I quite like the t-shirt. It doesn't fit too tight, which is good considering it is a size down from what I'm used to. I'm usually used to double XL, so this is an XL. It is made in Haiti. It is heavy cotton. Gildan is the type of t-shirt for those that do care about that sort of stuff. Overall, I'm quite happy with it. The stitching's quite good. There's no loose fabric hanging over it. There's no problems with the print itself. As I did say, the printing doesn't look as strong as possibly some of my other t-shirts that I've got. The other 2 t-shirts that I have, one of them is my Hip Hop Classics, which is probably one of my favorite designs, on a threadless t-shirt, as well as the other t-shirt that I got, as well as my Ghosts and Spirits Don't Mix. Now, those 2 designs were some of my earliest designs, and they were also, threadless are known for making their t-shirts as well. So that's originally where they became. It wasn't print on demand, it was actually a t-shirt company. So for the Hip Hop Classics, that is a really, really nice material. It's quite light. I've worn it a lot. It is starting to look like it is starting to fade now, but it has been used at least once a week, every week for the last 6 months. As I said, I quite like it. It's a lighter fabric. It's not thick and heavy like this current t-shirt. So it breathes quite well. It is a greyish type t-shirt as well, so I got my design put on a grey. And usually with grey t-shirts, when it comes to me, I find that I sweat quite a bit in them, or they're quite hot. This one is completely opposite. It's a lot cooler, quite light. It stretches really nicely as well. And that's an American 2XL as well. This is an American XL, the Breakfast Club t-shirt from Redbubble. So both fit quite nicely. The other t-shirt that I got as well made was my this is for my threadless, sorry, was the Ghosts and Spirits Don't Mix. Now that is on a sort of a dark charcoal. The colours really pop on it, and it is quite a nice t-shirt as well. It is a lot similar to this particular Redbubble t-shirt, where it is a lot more heavier, and it fits quite nice. The design is sort of a kid flavoured sort of design, which is nice, but it is quite good. So that's the things I got from Threadless. I didn't get much from Threadless. I did get a couple of also some cups made as well. So my Happy Hump Day cup I got made ×2. And yeah, so the other thing I got from Threadless was some 2 mugs, which are the Happy Hump Day mugs, and they printed pretty well. They've definitely held up the whole time. No scratches, no nothing. The mug itself is very, very strong. It can go in the microwave and the dishwasher. So overall, I'm quite happy with that. And that was I gave that to someone as a gift as well. So that was really quite cool. From Threadless, Teespring. I've had a couple of things, and I'm also including 2 things that my partner bought as well from my shop, which she surprised me with. So from her, there is a image called Garden of Succulents, which is kind of a pattern of some succulents. She bought a t-shirt, which she wears herself, and she bought me a face mask, because this was right when Corona was around in New Zealand, and yeah, we didn't have anything like that really, and there was a cloth face mask. Um, really, really good quality. The cloth face mask, very thick. It's not a triple layer. Okay, so I'm going to put that out there now. It's not a fitted mask. It's actually just a mask. So they actually say, look, this is not medical grade. Bit of a bugger, but it's still pretty cool. The design came up really, really strong on the black background, and apart from it being a bit tight because of the fact that I've got such a big head, being a plus size man, these were not fitted masks, so the air loops didn't actually drag. So I had to actually stretch that. That was the only problem with those. So I had to like put it around a book, so that it was stretching the straps a little bit, so that it would feel better for wearing it for a long time. I mean, I could wear it for about an hour without being in pain, but after wearing it for like, when you had to go to work and you were wearing it for like 3 hours, 4 hours, then it was definitely starting to hurt after that time. So I managed to stretch it enough so that it didn't hurt as much. It still hurts a little bit, but not as much. But it is still a very, very strong quality mask. Also from Teespring, I bought 2 mugs. Again, this time both were presents for one for my partner, which was the plant mama, and one for one of my friends who's now a bit of an Instagram plant mama herself. So that was sort of a gift to her for because we're good mates, and she was actually the reason why I made the design. Like, she gave me the inspiration for it by her talking about her plants, and I wanted to give back to her and be like, hey, look, this is for you. And she uses it almost every day, which I'm like, I'm really, really happy to see someone using my products. Quality of their Teespring stuff has been very high quality. The one problem with Teespring and Threadless is the shipping takes forever. For Teespring, I believe I waited like close to a month for the mugs came really quickly. I'm not gonna lie, mugs came in about 2 weeks to 3 weeks. 3 weeks, I believe. And the t-shirt took about 4 or 5 weeks, and the mask took about 5 weeks as well. So anything that was printed through Teespring took a long time, but then it was coming from the US and the UK. So I do understand that, of course, during that time, with COVID and the postal service sort of slowing down quite a bit, there was going to be some delay with that. So I'm not sure how the delay would be now for those particular items. As for Threadless, I bought those t-shirts, and the mugs came really quickly. Again, the mugs came within sort of like 3 weeks, which I was expecting because they came from the States. The t-shirts got printed really quickly, but then took a really long time, like close to 6 weeks, for them to even leave the country and come into New Zealand. So I waited about 7 weeks total for my t-shirts for those ones. So that was a bit of a bummer, because I was really looking forward to the t-shirts because I wanted to wear the stuff. Also from Teespring, I bought a print. So I've got a design called Cherry Blossom Love on my site, and I really like it because it's basically a whole lot of things that look like characters that look like anime characters across a photo background. And yeah, I really like it because it makes me remind me of things like Love Hina, which is an anime which I absolutely adore. One of those sort of romantic-y sort of ones that I really like, and I sort of did that with the thought in mind. And this came out as a print. It was expensive, I'm not going to lie. Teespring, I found, was, even with the buyer's discount, which you get as a buyer and it's applied at the checkout, it was still a lot more than I wanted to pay for what essentially is a print on a cardboard, which when I got it, I didn't believe, it's printed fantastically. It looks really, really nice, but the fact that it's just sitting there on a cardboard was a bit, I don't know, there's a whole lot of white space, and it's like they just took the design that you would have printed on the large space if you'd pay for the large space, and they've just printed on a small one. The quality's good. The design I love because, it matches well, and it was printed with photo-like quality as well, so that's to be expected. But for the price, I wasn't too happy with the price of having to pay it, even with the reduced, and it being reduced by about $5, I believe. It was still a lot more than I expected for what I got. So yeah, I'd probably stay away from the prints on Teespring myself. The other thing that I got also from Threadless, I actually got a mask for my mother, as she is quite old and she wanted the mask, and so she picked from one of my early designs. The mask from Threadless was a little bit different to the Teespring one. It's actually a lot more comfortable. The cloth feels really, really soft, kind of like something you could sleep in. That being said, again, it is not medical grade, which they do mention that, but it does fit around the larger person's head a lot better. I have yet to get a design from Redbubble on a mask. I'm thinking I will try that next. But one of the things I did decide to start doing was every 2 weeks, every payday for me, as I said, I'm going to try and buy a new t-shirt and something else. So the last time I got the Breakfast Club t-shirt, and then I'm actually currently waiting on a sticker, which is the Ask Me About My Podcast. Go figure, and that's quite funny. And that sticker's still on its way. I don't know why it's taken so long, given that the t-shirt was printed quicker than the sticker. And both came were supposed to come around about the same time. This time, for this week, I have just ordered one of my new designs, two of my new designs. I've got a whole lot of Japanese inspired samurai, ninjas, that sort of stuff. And one of them is one called Ninja Vanish, which is my new t-shirt, which I got to admit, when that t-shirt comes, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it looks, because I tried to give it a sort of a 3D effect by layering the image on itself and all that sort of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how that prints out. And I did that on a black background as well, so that it makes it look quite cool. And then the other design that I got is actually what started off all this Japan themed ones, was the samurai style, which is basically another layered photo with other images, kind of like the Cherry Blossom Love, but this one is a samurai doing different movements with his sword, from sort of unsheathing to doing a move, then resheathing it from the other side. And I'm quite happy with how that turned out. And for that, I actually decided to go with a magnet. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the magnet was. And I decided to go for the large magnet, because it was only about $2 more than the other sizes of the magnet. So the first magnet's about $13. The large is about $15. $15. And the medium is about $14. So they're actually reasonable. I don't know if these are plastic magnets, acrylic block magnets, whatever. But I'm hoping it comes across quite nicely, because I do quite like it. It's quite a long design, the samurai style. And the Ninja Vanish, I really do like that. I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to be on a t-shirt, and I really want to rock that one quite a bit. So yeah, I'll probably, in the next probably in another month's time, maybe a month after that, I might do another sort of review of the products that I'm getting, whether or not it's worth buying them and all sorts of things. In regards of worth buying for t-shirts, Threadless t-shirts are always going to be good quality. I'm not going to lie. The two that I've bought have been through the washer many times, and no loss of fading. They're only just starting to crack, or sorry, the Ghosts and Spirits one that I've got is only just starting to crack now, but even then it's only slight cracking, it's not quite a bit. The Teespring t-shirt, that's worn about once every week, every couple of weeks. So yeah, not as much as I wear my t-shirts, but my partner does wear it, and from what I can see, there's no scratching, no loss of colour. My partner has it on a blue background. As I said, the masks are phenomenal in the way of your image looks amazing when you do order it, and they feel, once they've been stretched, quite nice, and quite, even though they say they're not protective, they do feel a lot more protective than nothing. For Redbubble, from my first product so far, I am quite impressed. I will admit that the graphic, I think, does need... I do think it may actually run a lot sooner than the others. However, I don't know if that's because of the design that I've created, or if it's the way that it's been printed. I'm holding judge until I get the next t-shirt. If the next t-shirt is similar to this, then I may think again about buying a t-shirt, everything from Redbubble, and maybe I might look at trying either a hoodie or a bag at one point. Like, if I earn enough money, I do intend to do that. Total cost of the stuff that I've been paying for, I'm going to be honest, even with the discounts. So for those that don't know, when you do buy print on demand and you're buying from your own store, usually, unless you've gone through a different way, like you've found the store a different way, you haven't saved it to your favorites and stuff, usually it will automatically apply at the checkout your discount. You're saying, like with Teespring, they actually have a part where it goes order samples, so you can order the samples as you would normally. And also it recognizes if you do book it with or order it with your email as, this person's doing it from their shop. So if you do want to do something like buy your own image, so you can earn some money on your Teespring or Trust Score, I would suggest using a different email and booking it that way. Not, because you can find the shop and lots of things, but go to your main shop page and order it from there with the new email as well. The Redbubble, the first design cost me about $63 Australian, which has turned out to be about $66 to $67 New Zealand, and that was for a t-shirt and a sticker, which I know does sound quite expensive, but when you factor into the fact that they've also includes postage and packaging, and that these items are usually shipped one by one. So even though they were ordered at the same time, the t-shirt shipped first, the sticker shipped second. That is the same with the items that I just bought. They have printed and shipped separately, so you don't get them packed into the one package. They are actually split into two separate packages. So that is the one thing to be mindful of with Redbubble. Of course, the reason Redbubble does this is because you can add things to your cart from any variety of shops. So say for example you go to my shop, you order a sticker, then you may go to like Ryan Hoag's shop, order a sticker, go to Will's stop, order Paul's shop, Phil's shop, and order a sticker from their shops. That is the reason why Redbubble has done it, and that's pretty cool because it means that you can add other items to your cart, not just from the one shop. Especially if you see something that's related that you're like, oh, actually that looks really cool too. With Teespring, again, it was actually quite expensive for the t-shirts, and the t-shirt and the mask I didn't pay for, but for the things that I did pay for, from Teespring. I believe it came to around about $82 US, which ended up being about $110, including postage and packaging, which was a lot more than I wanted to pay for the fact that I got a couple of cups, a print, and a mask. You know, for me it was a bit more than I wanted to pay. That said, the quality was very high quality. Their checkout system is not the easiest. It's not as easy and effective as Redbubble is. That's part of the reason why I think a lot of people are starting to go off Teespring, because they don't make it easy. And if you have something that you need to follow up with, their customer service is pretty shit, apparently, which is a bit of a bugger. That said, as I said, the quality is actually really, really good, and I quite enjoy the quality of the things that I did buy from them. But you know, let's put it this way: the reason I'm buying every fortnight off Redbubble is it's a lot more cheaper than the other two shops. Threadless, when it comes to t-shirts, they're probably going to be number one out of the three shops. Which, if you wanted to do t-shirts sales and you want to be creating your own brand in that, I would strongly suggest that as a great way to start. But the problem with Threadless is there just is not enough of a market. Everyone is on Redbubble at the moment, or Teespring, or Merch by Amazon. Those are the sort of or Society 6. Those are the four big ones. Threadless is way down the end. Threadless take a long time to print stuff, even though their main job is printing t-shirts and all that sort of stuff. They will print their own t-shirts really quickly, but when it comes to actual print on demand stuff for your sites, they can take a while to print, and they aren't the cheapest. And the other problem with Threadless is you only get like a small commission. You might get like 1 to 2% of each item you sell, and you don't get to set that either. So that's why I've pretty much gone off completely off Threadless. It was nice to start off with and to get me into the whole idea of starting to do Threadless, and starting to do print on demand. But after doing it for as long as I have, there's definitely better alternatives out there. Hence the push for Redbubble and Teespring in some instances. As I've said, I do intend to buy more products over the times. I might even buy products for subscribers and ship those out at a later time, depending on how people go. What I want from you, I managed to crack, before this podcast, 573 listens, which still stuns me. So I'm just so shocked and really, really happy with all of that sort of stuff. What I want from you to do is, if you want me to review your shop, look at your designs, email me, doncostas@gmail.com. Another thing I want to do is I want to be able to give back a bit to you. So for the next week, starting today, the 21st of January, if you email me in regards to recruitment or CVs or cover letters, or anything to do with you applying for a job in the next sort of, we'll make it 2 weeks actually, contact me before the 4th of February, and I will do my best to help you with your own CV, your own cover letter, free of charge. I will be using the template that is on my website, so if you do actually need that sort of thing, feel free to go across to my website. You'll be able to find those details. And the other thing I want to do as well is, if you need like one-on-one advice with interviews and all that sort of stuff, you can email me that stuff. I'm happy to do this all for free. I want everyone that's listening to, if they haven't got a job or they want to apply for a new job, start doing that now. We're in sort of the end of January, start of February, which means that jobs are aplenty at the moment. People are actually starting to list for jobs. now is the time to start applying for jobs. If you're not happy in your current job, you know what? Now's the time to start looking and going, right, what can I do? What do I want to do? What skills do I have that I can do these jobs? If you want to send me anything, send me your emails. As I said, doncostas@gmail.com, DON for Nike. You can send me your Word document of your current CV, and I can go through it, change it up if you want. Just let me know. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great day. I've been Alex Costas. This again is the Get a Job and Get Healthy with Costas Enterprises podcast. Until next week, I love you guys. Look after yourselves. And as always, good luck. Have a great day, guys.